the first year, the most painful period I have was my photograph being on the front page of the Straits Times, being said to make a corrupt act on the cows. That was the painful period of my career. I thought I wanted to do a social service. Here I am getting this. I never get extra. At that stage, I thought I would have packed my bags and do other things that I don't need to deal with this what we call ungrateful people. But then I said to myself, hey, if you have done nothing wrong, you better back up. Why are you running away from it? You shouldn't have entered this. At that time, I call it stupid exercise. And then I went through that. I went through that. I thought I was a bit very upset about it. And there are times in my life that I thought, having served my community for a long time, I do not deserve that. And I couldn't even see the cows that I'm giving away. So it was nasty. I thought it was nasty. And it was nasty to the extent that the announcement was so nasty that my wife would ask me to go to our deposit and say, take your deposit and throw the money to these people. I said, no, it's not the deposit. It is the thing. They think that we are doing it with a view of misuse or very corrupt action. But at the end, I think we decided to go through this. That's my experience. But second year's experience is much more the experience of how to tackle the downturn. That means the January, February, March until June of 2009. And because we were worried about what would happen if there were a lot of unemployment, and what would have happened if the economy were to go into a downswing and a lot of businesses cannot move in Selangor. And we among ourselves do not have the resources to tackle it, because as a state, you don't have the resources. In the federal government, you have the resources, and you can raise funding for that. The state couldn't do that. I was a bit worried about the situation, but I think we got the support of the industry, we got the support of the federal agencies, and we got the support of the Zakat Maiz. There are government officers who are very positive about the outcome. There are also a number of government officers who look and see whether we can really manage the thing that we want to implement. From the point of view of a few of my parliamentarians and also state assemblymen from Pakatan Rakyat, I also have very extreme so-called views. A few wish many of the civil servants be transferred or sacked. A few felt that they have not been giving the right information and cooperation. But overall, we are continuing to understand this. Overall, I think we have the support of the civil servants because we mention their name in our thing. It is not easy to implement all the things that we are doing without the involvement of the civil servants. But the views on the support of civil servants are still mixed. That's the honest view of the thing. And to some people, it is not yet part and parcel and blood of Pakatan Rakyat. So that's how it is. It's starting to taper off, but corruption from the administrative service can only be minimized through effective, efficient, and transparent administration. That needs to be implemented over the years. My view is this. The initial 6 months of Pakatan Rakyat existence as the administrator of State of Selangor, the civil servants were looking whether we have the same habit as the previous Barisan Nasional administrators. That's the reason why they were looking even for the cows, because they were looking whether we have the same habit or not. But over the time, and this is where it is very important, because I reminded my staff and everybody else, we live in glass houses. Therefore, everybody will do the checking for us. I'm fortunate to say that the level of corruption may be reduced as a result of our willingness to be transparent and open about it. But I cannot vouch for you that there is no corrupt practices or people do these corrupt activities. But I'm hoping over the years we set the culture of that we must do our effort in good faith with honesty. The numbers I cannot give you, but I can sense it in the sense like this. The number of MACC officials in Selangor far outweighs the number of NCC officials in all the other states or non-Pakatan Rakyat. I can assume. So if you look at that numbers, then you will agree that they will be able to catch people, because I can give you an analogy. If you have a traffic policeman waiting for the speed traps, that means you will be able to know how many people have been caught by the speed. If you increase the number, that means the speed traps, and people know there are already speed traps, then there will be a marked reduction. I can assure you the number of times MACC official visiting the officials of pejabat Menteri Besar and also pejabat-pejabat kerajaan negeri Selangor. If you were to able to see the previous statistics, law of average will say they spend more time per man hour in the last 2 years than in the last 7 or 8 years in the Barisan government. That's what I feel. I even venture to say, if you are so interested about us, could you open an office near my office so it will save the time of coming in and out.